Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you how to build a tic-tac-toe game if you've got build mode permissions, then you either upload your file, or in this case it's in the library, but if we start from scratch, upload, browse for files, and then go grab your item. So in this case I'm going to bring in the tic-tac-toe and the wooden beam. I think these are the items I'm looking for. I'm going to bring them in, hit done, and then I'm going to click the item, drag it, lift it up using the Y axis, and then I need to turn it to face me with the blank side, and I want it to turn on a different axis. So I'm going to change the Y to 1.5707, which should tilt it up, but then it's facing me and I want it to face exactly the other direction. So Y is 3.14, and then that faces it away from me, and then I want it to turn when I click it. So I'm going to add the component of clickable, and then I want to change it to flip over. Now if I were to click on it right now, hang on, let me get off of my other little piece here. If I click on it right now, it's going to turn upside down. That's not the direction I want it to go. So I'm going to click on it again and change the axis to a Y. It has to be a capital, otherwise it won't let you. And then I want it to rotate 120 degrees. 180 will flip it directly around. I want it to flip just part of the way, so that it turns 3 times to get to the full 360 degrees. If I did 360s, it would just like flip all the way around the other way, right? Okay, so 120. Now if I go back into play mode, you see that it flips to the O, flips to the X, and then back to the start. So that's good, but it's also a little bit too big for me. I like it to be a little bit smaller, so I'm going to make it 0.5, tab, 0.5, tab, 0.5. Okay, so that gives me what I'm looking for. So for me, I don't also want it to have a collider at all, so I'm going to actually just get rid of the collider. Now I can copy that and paste it and move that new block to where the other one is. If I want them to be exactly in the same row as each other, then I can use the Z position and copy that number and go click on the other one and copy and paste it there. Now they're exactly lined up, and then I can do that again, copy and paste, and then copy that number, copy, paste, and now I'm going to just slide it over on the x-axis, and that should give me a pretty good row of 3. You can do more than 3, but 3 is a good simple game. So if I hold shift, I select them all, I copy, I paste. Now I'm going to copy these over, and then I'm going to drag them into the position of these guys, but then I'm going to hit shift on my keyboard, and then I'm going to click and drag them up. So now they're lifting along the what is that? The Y? Yeah, that's the Y axis. Okay, so now I'm going to just click on one of the bottom ones. I'm going to click on that Z position again, and then I'm going to copy it over into these guys as well, so that they line up. It looks like they're pretty good, actually. They're not that far off. Okay, now I'm just going to do it one more time. Copy, paste, and then these guys are going to go right where the bottom ones were that I copied from, and then shift and click, and they're going up now, up, and I'm going to do that same trick, copy the Z, copy paste, paste. Okay, so now the only thing is, if I want to get it exactly lined, I can do that too. Grab the X, copy, and then paste, and paste, oops, and then I can go copy here, and paste, and paste, and one more time. It looks like I accidentally pasted a little bit more than I intended to. Oops. Oh, that's funny. Okay, undo, it brought it back to me. Okay, so that gives me the basic game. So now I should be able to click these and they turn just fine. Okay, awesome. So now what I want to do is bring this block up. I'm going to make it into maybe 3 by 3. And the collider I would like to be a lot smaller. So I'm going to make it 0.2. Maybe the Y should not be 0.2. And it looks like it's a tiny bit incorrect. It's a little bit bigger than the wood is, so I'm going to say 1.5. Or sorry, 0.15. 0.15. Okay, so that gives me what I'm looking for there. And I just want to bring it up now. There. So right about here, shift, bring it up. And it looks like it's a tiny bit too big. So I'm actually going to go 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. That's looking a lot better. Now I've got a second piece. And then I'm just going to bring them to align this way. So I'm going to copy the Z and paste it. And now I'm just going to copy one of these and paste. And then I'm just going to turn it, flip it over. So rotate the Z 1.5707. And then that gives me the horizontal. Hit shift and drag it down, and that gives me my bottom beam. Copy paste, and then bring that up, and then I get my top beam if I want one. And that's looking pretty good. And then I just think the whole thing needs to be centered here, so I'm just gonna grab all of these blocks and drag them down. So I'm hitting shift, and then I'm just dragging them down to where it feels about right. Okay, so that's the basic game here. And I can change the color if I want. So if I want to change the color, I would go in here to one of these blocks and go add component face map colors. And I haven't done this in a while, and I think I've got the code right here. So here it is. So if I click one of these, I think I added it to this one. No, which one was it? Face map color. Did I not do that? Where'd it go? Okay, must have been this one. Weird. Okay, we're just gonna do it again. Face map color. So if I go in here, copy paste, then this gives me where I can change the color here. And if I were to click away right now, it would actually automatically turn it into that dark wood that I just copied over. But I can choose a different color, whatever color I want. If I go to hex color, just Google it really quick, and I come in here and I choose a color, I can say maybe I want it to be a little bit of a greenish block. Then I just copy this number and come back in, and I would put that number right in here in the face map, and then it would turn green. So you can kind of like color your tic-tac-toe whatever color you want, and ideally you do that before you copy everything over and get them into position. Otherwise you have to copy or like make a new component for each face map and then put the new color in every time. Copy paste, copy paste. A lot of copying and pasting at this point. So this would be how to do it if you were going to do it this way. I hope that helps.